Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes, we saw this massive pump towards the upside for Bitcoin just after we got this announcement from JP Morgan saying that Bitcoin is a total fraud, and Bitcoin pumped all the way up, breaking the support line, this very important trend line that gave us the signal that yes, the trend has reversed for Bitcoin, and we're going to find out what are the next price targets that we could reach in the immediate short term, and what is our major support for Bitcoin, and can we see a continuation move towards the upside. But we're also going to find the next trade on Bitcoin, and we're also going to look at Ethereum. And most importantly, we're also going to look at one bearish scenario that is at the moment on the weekly chart for Bitcoin, but we're also going to look at the total market cap and Bitcoin dominance to find out when we should enter into the altcoins, because yes, I'm going to do a dedicated video which altcoin you should hold in your portfolio to make a 10x gain in the immediate short term. So guys, make sure to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and now let's directly start on the daily chart for Bitcoin. And yes, we had this massive pump towards the upside, and like I told you, I see a higher probability that we're going to first break this trend line towards the upside before we're going to retest this CME gap. And exactly that happened. We broke through this trend line. But guys, now we have to find out where are we at the moment and which are the next resistance levels for Bitcoin. So first of all, we can see that here we had the FTX dump, but we already broke it towards the upside. And yes, you could see that this whole area from the lunar crash towards FTX, this is our zone of massive FUD, where we could see that we had this massive crash coming all the way back down from the levels of 31,000 US dollars. So guys, you can see that yes, Bitcoin is fighting against all of this FUD. But guys, first of all, let's look at the levels that we could reach if we're going to see a higher move towards the upside. So first of all, on the daily chart, if we're going to break towards the upside, we can see that our next level will be all the way our resistance area that we have reached round about the levels of 23,400 US dollars, and then we could see a pump all the way up to the levels of 24,200, all the way up to the levels of 25,000 US dollars. So guys, I think that we're going to see a continuation from these levels, and why I'm going to show you on the 4-hour chart. But ultimately, I think that we could reach the level of 25,000 US dollars in the immediate short term. But guys, let's go on the weekly chart first before we're going to go on the lower time frames, so that I can show you this bearish scenario that we can see on the weekly chart at the moment. So guys, on the weekly chart we can see yes, we pumped from the beginning of the year 42% towards the upside, and that is quite bullish for Bitcoin. But guys, first of all, let's look at the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average. So first of all, we can see that the price of Bitcoin is underneath the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. But guys, what is alarming is that we can see that it's about to happen. Yes, this could be a death cross, and that is quite bearish, guys, because if the 50 moving average crosses the 200 moving average, we could expect a massive dump towards the downside. But guys, let's go back in history and let's find out how many times we saw this for Bitcoin on the weekly chart. And yes, we could see that we got very close to breaking the 200 moving average with the 50 moving average in the year 2015, where the price of Bitcoin reached this bottom and before we saw this parabolic run towards the upside. So guys, could this ultimately be that we're going to repeat this, that the 50 moving average will turn around? Yes, this could be a high possibility, but guys, for that we have to break the 200 moving average on the weekly chart for Bitcoin, so that we can be sure that we're not going to see the death cross on the weekly chart, so that the 15 moving average will come back up and the 200 moving average will ease off a little bit. So guys, this is going to be our bearish scenario if we're not going to be able to cross the 200 moving average with the price movement of Bitcoin. But guys, let's go back on the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin to really find out what could be our next move for Bitcoin. So guys, as you can see, yes, we had this parallel channel and we broke out of this channel exactly here, where we also had the stop run from our trade. But guys, we're going to find out what is going to be the most likely trade that we can take in the immediate short term. First of all, we can see that we broke this channel towards the downside, and then we formed this W like I told you in my previous video. I know I didn't catch this trade because guys, this move happens so quick, and I don't want to jump in when everybody jumps in and there's a major FOMO in the markets, because yes, we could see some major liquidations and a wick towards the downside. But at the moment we can see that Bitcoin is consolidating round about the levels of 22,700 US dollars. So ultimately, if we're going to break this resistance, we could open a trade towards the upside with a price target of all the way up at 25,000 US dollars. But guys, we're going to go on the 50-minute chart so that I can show you when we're going to enter the next trade on Bitcoin. So on the 50-minute chart, yes guys, this is going to be our trade that we're going to take if we see the price movement come all the way back up to this resistance point, and that we're going to see that we're going to break this resistance towards the upside. I would enter exactly here. Yes, we're most probably going to see some resistance in these areas, but guys, ultimately catching this trade on this positive move towards the upside will be the best entry that we could take. Because guys, maybe we're going to come all the way back down to these levels, so that's why I wouldn't enter this trade exactly now. I would wait until we're going to see the price movement make a bullish move towards the upside, and that we're going to have bullish momentum if we're going to break this resistance round about the levels of $22,800. So ultimately my entry point for the next trade is going to be the level of $22,800 all the way up to the levels of $22,900, because I think if we're going to break the $23,000 with a high volume, we could see the pump all the way up to the level of, yes, $25,000 for Bitcoin. And yes, I would put my take profit exactly here. But guys, if we're going to see this move towards the upside, maybe we should take off some profits around about the levels of $23,400. So yes, maybe we're going to get some resistance round about the levels of $23,400, where we also saw that the price movement saw a rejection exactly here. So guys, ultimately we're going to have a take profit, our first take profit in these regions, where I would take 50% off the table, and if we're going to see this correction, we could still enter the trade round about these levels to get our entry points up a little bit, so that we can be sure that we're not going to get stopped out on this next trade. So guys, this is going to be my next trade on Bitcoin, and if you want to follow this trade, make sure to be in my free Telegram group. But wait, before we're going to go to Ethereum and the total market cap and also the Bitcoin dominance, guys, we're going to do a dedicated video on altcoins, and that's why I want you to drop your favorite altcoins in the comment section below, so that I can cover your favorite altcoin in the upcoming video. And yes, I'm going to show you which altcoin you should hold in your portfolio to see the next 10x gain. Because yes guys, I've got some coins that I'm accumulating at the moment to see a massive pump towards the upside. So guys, make sure to watch all of my videos until the end and smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. So guys, over on Ethereum we can see that it looks pretty much the same as Bitcoin. We also had this massive pump towards the upside from the beginning of the year, starting at the level of 1,180 and coming all the way up to the level of $1,600, and this is also exactly my price target that I told you that we're going to reach if we're going to get this bullish move for Ethereum. But guys, you can only see that Ethereum just now reached this previous high that we have formed round about these levels. So guys, I could expect that Ethereum will pump even higher, and that Bitcoin will also see this positive move up even higher before we're going to see a correction and a consolidation, that the price comes down a little bit so that the moving averages can come back up again. Because yes guys, we have this dash growth on the weekly chart, and we must see the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum pump even higher before we're going to see the next consolidation. And yes guys, the total market cap is quite bullish. And why? Yes, we are close to the $1 trillion market cap for the overall crypto market. But guys, we can also see that the market cap is over the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. So this is quite bullish guys, and if we're going to break the $1 trillion level, then we could see that we can come all the way up to the 50 moving average, and that we're going to turn the overall trend around on the total market cap. What is going to be more important if we're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance? And yes, we saw that the Bitcoin dominance went all the way up to the levels of 44.4%, and that is quite good. And guys, the Bitcoin dominance is going to tell us how much percentage of the total crypto market is holding Bitcoin at the moment. But guys, if we're going to see that the dominance is going to turn around in these regions, we could expect a massive altcoin season. And if we're going to see that the dominance can come all the way back down to these levels, we could see altcoins flying really high. I mean, we could see a massive pump in all the altcoins, especially in the big projects that are down so much. And all of these altcoins are at a discount at the moment, so we could expect a massive pump for some of the major altcoins, and we're going to pick the best altcoins to hold in our portfolio, because yes, at the moment these altcoins are at a major discount. And guys, if you don't want to miss the next video where I'm going to show you the top 5 altcoins that you should hold in your portfolio, make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. And guys, if you want to trade all of these moves, first make sure to be in my free Telegram group, and guys, sign up to BITGET where you receive a major deposit bonus of up to $5,000 and make use of this free money to buy your next altcoins and to dollar cost average into crypto, especially Bitcoin, and make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.